Welcome back, everybody. Well, we all want to feel seen, heard, and supported, right? But that gets tough when we're kind of stuck pretending that everything's fine, right? We don't want to be a burden on our friends. We want to act like all is well. But today, our good friend Kaitlin Rogers getting candid about the power of vulnerability, why being real matters, and how sharing your struggles can actually bring people closer. Kaitlin, I am so excited about this topic because it has been so prevalent, I feel like, in my own life, because we're all going through it in different ways. I'm going through it.
So
if I
true.
cry one more time about not having a husband, I think my friends are actually going to slap me silly. But all that to be said, I think it's this struggle of, like, as I just said, we don't want to be a burden on our friends. We don't want to be that Debbie Downer who's like, here she is again, like, near, 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 like sad little violin playing. But we also want to be vulnerable and be like, hey, I'm actually not doing great, and know how that fosters connections. How do you kind of see this balance?
Gosh, there's so many different layers to this. Even as you're like saying this, it's not even a layer I was thinking of when we were talking about this. But
right.
It's like the overall like message I really want to make sure people get today is we've been taught to fake it till we make it.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes like you're like, okay, it's okay, just suck it up, buttercup, fake it till you make it. Mm-hmm. But when you fake it till you make it, you forfeit the invitation for connection. And God created us for connection. And actually just last night I was with a couple of moms. It was like me and two other families, our whole family, you know, kids, husbands, everything.
Yeah.
And I always kind of feel it out when I'm like, when you're a mom and you're like, yep, I've been, you know, struggling with whatever, and you can tell when a mom's like,
Right.
I'm like, okay,
oh,
we're not gonna talk. But these two moms were like, oh my gosh, like we were just talking about how much we've been struggling with like getting frustrated with our kids, and like it's summer and then we feel bad, and so it's like frustration, shame, spiral, it's a loop.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it is like, you could tell we all like breathed, because it was like, oh my gosh, because I told them, I was like, as you're confessing this to me, do you think I'm going to look at you and say like, yeah, you are the worst mom?
No.
I'm like, you're a wonderful mom and you have great kids. You're not going to be perfect.
And I think it's a matter too, kind of like if you said and again, not that we want to be fake, but like kind of reading the room of like you said, almost testing it a little, because there have been times where I go home and I'm like, I overshared.
Shouldn't have said it.
I overshared. Everyone just stared at me and was like, oh, that's sad. And then I'm like, you're right, it is. What? I'm sorry, I'll just leave.
But you know, it's like, it's really sad that they don't, and I hope that those people have their people.
Yeah.
You and I, we will share with, you know, Joe Blow in the grocery store.
Truly.
And there's like good and bad to that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I hope you have someone that you're sharing with, because that is the only way. And like I was reading in Exodus 17, Moses, if his arms are lifted up, the Israelites are winning the battle. And it was just the way it was going. And Aaron and Hur had to lift his arms up. He was too tired to lift them. And that's how I feel about whether you're sharing like, I want a husband, or I'm like, help, I feel like a crazy mom. No matter what it is, anyone listening has something that that they are feeling, that they're like, I am struggling with ABC.
Yeah.
When you find one or two people and you're like, you can hold my arms up when I'm really tired, and then we'll switch places and I'll hold yours.
Yeah. Oh, that's
changes
so
everything.
good.
It really does.
And I think too, like even looking at yourself, being like, okay, if I'm not the person, like maybe the story, you're not the speaker in this scenario. Maybe you're the listener, and like if somebody is saying something where you're like, wait, I actually don't know what you're talking about. You know, like how, like find something to relate or connect.
You
or
just
be like,
can.
yeah, you know what I'm saying, or just pretend like you're that person and have the same level of compassion.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's also a challenge. Like you might not relate, but you can relate, like you said, in some form of sadness.
And eliminate the judgment.
Right. We've all felt an ache, like whether that's an ache of being lonely, whether that's an ache of being stressed, whether that's an ache of being, you know, career-wise, whatever it is, we have all felt an ache, and I think relating on that. But I think there is something else to be said, and we're probably almost out of time, but I do want to point out, because I think I grew up a little bit more with the fake it till you make it mentality, and not in a way that I think was like terribly oppressive, because I do think there are some times where, I don't know what this is probably not great advice, but like sometimes when you kind of tell yourself like it's okay, that does kind of help, you know what I'm saying? It kind of gets yourself out of it.
And I think there's a difference in, hey, let me like, okay, I can do this thing and I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah.
but you can still share, like, I am struggling with this, but I'm not going to let it knock me down and keep me down.
And maybe that's the difference. Like, maybe you like be vulnerable with your close people, and then once you've gotten it out, then
that's
when you
how
are,
you keep going.
yeah, then when you are then kind of out in other scenarios, now it's like, okay, baby, like, come on, like you've you know, processed with your close people that have helped you feel what you need to feel, and then we can hopefully go about our days as normally as possible.
Yes,
as best we can.
When it comes out in the light, I mean, the darkness can't win. And so when you confess something to one or two people, it doesn't have to be everyone. Reminders to us.
No, literally. Someone will just be like, how's it going? I'm like, well, I hung up on my mom yesterday. And my pastor's wife was like, oh, sorry, Mom. I did. That's terrible. Don't take after me. You're probably like, that little Peyton Walker hung up on her mama. I did. I'm sorry. I'm embarrassed.
We've all been there. We've all been there. But that's the point. We've all been there.
No,
so don't feel shame. Just
thanks,
connect.
Kaitlin. Love you.
Love you.
As always. Couldn't we just have all the time with her in the world? But again, you can have more great wisdom from her. She is so sound. And guys, we know that this is a gift of the Holy Spirit. And so if you want to witness that, again, see more great things from Kaitlin, where can we keep up, sister? We love you.
Yeah, Instagram, Kaitlin Chapel Rogers. Please come find me there. The Comeback Couch podcast. It's coming back in the fall.
All right. We cannot wait. Coming back in the fall.
Yay.
I didn't know that information. I just learned that here. Yay. So excited. We'll have you back again soon. Love you, baby. All right. We'll see you. All right.